We all like hunting for trophies, so today we're going on a trophy journey where I try to get all the trophies leading to and including the platinum if it's available for a specific game. Today we're taking a look at Prince of Persia was released in 2008, developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. The premise and overall vibe of this game is definitely different from the original trilogy we all know and love. That didn't stop it from being very well received though, and I also remember enjoying it very much back in the day. By looking at the list of trophies to start planning out our journey, I noticed that I already got several trophies when I first bought the game 3 years ago, but we'll still go through them as if it's the first time. The trophies so far look pretty straightforward, except for 2 of them. Speed Demon, in which I need to complete the game in less than 12 hours. I hate time trophies. And Be Gentle with Her, in which we need to be saved by Elika less than 100 times during the whole game. This should be fun. Aside from that, we have several missable trophies, but I don't think those are going to be a problem. With all that out of the way, let's start our journey. We are met with the prince, roaming through a desert storm looking for Farah. You guys remember Farah, right? Well, this is a different Farah.
Girlfriend? Farah's not my girlfriend, she's my donkey.
NANI? We met Elika, and right after that cutscene we earned our first trophy of the journey, Into the Storm, for entering the canyon. So, here's the thing. I love the art design of this game and it already looks like it's very fun to play. But what I think carries this piece of entertainment the most is the voice actor for the prince, Nolan North.
We can talk about this. Okay, so you're not a conversationalist.
You may know him as Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Dagger in your pocket.
Oh, maybe I'm just happy to see you.
Or the underrated Deadpool game.
Hey, what's up, buddy? We're making a game about me. Gotta have you do the VO, man. Yeah, well, fuck you, Nolan.
I really love this character, and it's such a joy to play hearing him being sarcastic with every chance he gets.
I had more gold than you could. I'd have had wine, women. I'd have had carpets this thick.
As much as I want to hear more of him joking around, unfortunately we can't waste too much time since we need to try and get through this game in less than 12 hours. With the risk of doing multiple playthroughs, I'm gonna take it relatively slow to enjoy the story. We go through our first combat fight, where we notice that it's very different from what we were used to within the hack and slash trilogy. Here it's focused more on a one-on-one combat design that is a little bit more one-dimensional. All you gotta do is block, parry, and do combos. It's not very complicated. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. It's enjoyable, but I feel like it'll get repetitive real quick. I hope I'm mistaken. After teaching some guys a lesson and making them run away all by ourselves,
Yeah, and you can run too.
we're going after Elika, almost falling to our death and getting rescued by her. We received another trophy here, Save, for unlocking Elika's saving ability. This is also technically the first time we have died, so we still have 99 more to go. We learned some more about combat, doing acrobatic attacks, after which Elika officially joins us as a companion, which also allows us to talk to her by pressing the L2 button. We also earned ourselves another trophy for this, Where's That Temple, for talking to Elika. This, I think, is one of the best aspects of the game, having a companion not just as a dumb AI that follows you and attacks whatever you're attacking, but as a person that you talk to and accompanies you throughout the whole journey, not just physically, but emotionally too. As we spam that L2 button to talk to her even more, we eventually got another trophy, Getting to Know You, or, well, getting to know Elika more by talking to her. We go through some more fights, after which we learn that Elika is actually a princess.
What princess? You're a princess?
We finish this fight going down a wall using a very fucking cool gauntlet that Prince has, at which point we earned the trophy, Wall Runner, for completing the canyon section. In this next area we can see how good this game looks, man. We then go underneath the big tree, through a temple, defeating Elika's father, after which he destroys the tree artifact that stands in the middle of the temple, attempting to release
Armin? The big bad god of darkness? Kills people, destroys cities, scares naughty children?
We proceed to escape the temple, fighting Venom on the way out, and thus our real journey begins here. By unlocking the whole map, we see that we need to go and heal several fertile grounds from armament corruption, so we have a lot of work to do. Each of these areas is guarded by a boss, which means that we'll get to fight each of them a total of 6 times for each specific ground. By pressing the triangle button, we ask Elika to guide us towards our objective area, which also unlocks another trophy, Compass, for using the compass? Her name is Elika, Ubisoft. We talked to Elika some more, which earned us the trophy, Good Company, for learning about the world and Elika's history. We ask her to guide us towards our objective, and we eventually reach our first boss, the Warrior. After getting knocked down a couple of times in several quick time events later, we defeat him by pushing him off the ledge. This reminded me a bit of the Armored Warrior fight from Sekiro. Elika then proceeds to heal this fertile ground, which earns us the trophy Heal the Land, for getting our first heal of the land. On our way to the next area, we managed to fall somehow, needing Elika to save us and naturally subtracting one more from that quote-unquote death counter. We reached our second area's boss, the Concubine, and after taking out her illusions, we defeated her as well. At this point I remembered that there were some missable trophies related to the bosses, and for this specific one, I wasn't supposed to use the gauntlet moves. It's fine though, as we'll still have several other opportunities to do this, but I feared that the fights might get more difficult as we progress, and it would have been a good idea to get this out of the way as soon as possible. While roaming around, we find out that the people here are familiar with the concept of gravity.
Cross under there.
Sure, climb on the roof. It's not like gravity ever killed anyone.
We arrived at the next area's boss as well, the Alchemist, and this time around I remembered to go for the missable trophy that can be earned in this fight, but not before earning another trophy. By triggering a quick time event when pushing the Alchemist against the wall, we earned Up Against It for winning a wall minigame in combat. After finishing this fight, we also earned Alchemist Special for defeating the Alchemist without using the acrobatic attack. We heal this fertile ground as well and move on to the next one. The Hunter is what awaited us in this area. After some scissoring attempts and several deflects later, we earned the trophy Hunter Special for deflecting the Hunter's attacks 5 times during one battle, after which we also got Deflect Master for deflecting a total of 20 attacks. We defeated this boss as well, healing the fertile ground, and at this point we needed to raise some more light seeds in order to progress through the story. We gathered the necessary amount of 60, and it looks like the game has a fast travel system, which gave me quite a good amount of hope that I might be able to finish the game in under 12 hours. As we reach the temple, we see several plates that are now lit up, plates that we will activate, allowing us to use their power to reach certain sections of the areas we just visited that were unreachable before. We activated the red one, going through a short tutorial-like section that gives us a glimpse of how the plate works while my personal favorite soundtrack of the game plays.
Say, the next time you want to win your daughter back, you could try just giving her a pony. The apocalypse doesn't really cut it.
With this power plate unlocked, we are now going back to the Hunter area looking for the next fertile ground, and...
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, this guy is definitely a hunter. After finishing the first phase of this fight, we attempted to go to the fertile ground where he awaits us for round 2, and some bullshit fucking happened. Yeah, this slime ball appeared out of nowhere and I lost another life.
How do you want to spend today? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I want to get eaten.
We managed to defeat the hunter.
That hurt!
He can't hear you.
You can't? And you're an ugly mother, too!
Healing the fertile ground, and we went ahead to collect some more and more light seeds, eventually getting killed again because of some bullshit. During a parkour section that was surprisingly difficult to go through because of these symbiote slime balls, I only managed to die once. Yeah, I'm kidding. I died 5 fucking times in this section alone. It was horrible. No fucking way, god damn it! Honestly, all Armin needed to do here was just put just one slime ball more on this wall and we wouldn't have been able to finish our task. Why did he even bother with those 4 bosses when he could have put these things everywhere? I'm 100% sure that throughout my whole journey, no boss will kill me 5 times in a row. We moved on to our next fertile ground. However, we had to solve a puzzle on the way there, and after Elka showed us her true powers, I managed to solve it all by myself. I was definitely not lucky and got the right combination randomly. While moving up the tower, we got to reduce our death quantity by another 2, leaving us with 89 more deaths to go. We then got another one such puzzle, which this time, I really did solve it all by myself. We eventually got to the hunter boss fight,
Fine. Something I can hit.
taking him out and healing this fertile ground as well. We went on to collect some more light seeds, earning us the trophy Light Seeds Finder for collecting 100 light seeds. But not before dying 4 more times. This is going pretty bad. We later on got another trophy, Improviser, for using the environment against an enemy. In this case, it was during the Alchemist boss fight. We healed another fertile ground, collected more light seeds, light seeds, and got to the second Alchemist boss fight of this area. At this point, I realized that the combat got a little bit more complicated due to the enemies now changing states, and the player has to use a specific attack for the respective state that the enemy is in. It adds to the challenge, but it's not mind-blowing or something that will actually impede the player for long into progressing.
It's unlikely any of them still work.
That no. I haven't come this far to get.
We moved on and earned ourselves another death. 5 deaths at that. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. After collecting the necessary amount of light seeds, we unlocked the second power plate and we can now reach more fertile grounds. By killing an enemy before it actually spawned, we received the trophy Speed Kill for killing a total of 10 generic enemies before they spawn. While seeking more light seeds, I can definitely say that this is nothing more than a filler mechanic. It already feels like a chore and I'm not even halfway through the game yet. The power play we just unlocked is quite bad. Not the power itself, but the way it works. While it's active, the inconsistent FPS combined with the visual effects make for a nauseating experience. As we move on to the next boss fight, yeah, some of these fights are bad. This one was over before I even knew it. Honestly, I don't even know if I could call these boss fights, considering that these are mostly the only enemies that you fight. Oh wait! No! Yeah, these are not bosses. These assholes are the real bosses. Yeah. As we were seeking the hunter for the final showdown, we gathered some seeds, which earned us the trophy Light Seeds Collector for collecting a total of 200 light seeds. After 5 more deaths that were definitely not my fault, we got to the final fight of this area. We went against the hunter in a 3-phased battle, which was really not that difficult. The fight was enjoyable, and thanks to our deflecting skills, we won quite easily, earning us the trophy Now Who's the Hunter for killing the hunter in his lair. We then proceed to escape the boss area, and with that act, the ruined citadel is fully healed. We're moving towards the next fertile ground while we try to collect as many light seeds as we can on the way there. Elka proceeds to roast the hell out of the prince.
How big is our...
He makes even your ego look small.
And we move towards the concubine while solving a couple of puzzles on the way there. While fighting her, we see another enemy state change that requires us to use the grab mechanic, which we can't. This is because we need to go through this fight without using a single grab for a trophy. We succeeded in doing that, which earned us Concubine Special for defeating the concubine without using grab. We went ahead to die one more time, obviously, and we arrived at our next concubine fight. Considering that we now have no more constraints, this fight went through rather quickly. Finishing that section as well, we go ahead to, you guessed it, collect some more light seeds. While seeking them out, we earned the trophy Light Seeds Provider for collecting a total of 300 light seeds. We managed to decrease our death counter by another 3, after which we went back to the temple to find out a very interesting detail regarding the story.
You were dead.
Yes.
At this point, you can't help but feel bad for Elka's father. He was willing to risk everything to save his child.
No parent should have to bury their child.
You can argue about some aspects of this game, and it's understandable why it wouldn't be your cup of tea, but the relationship developing between the prince and Elka is formidable. This is some good writing and character progression right here.
Grief,
He was a father.
We healed another fertile ground from the concubine, died some 3 times while collecting light seeds, and after going through a very satisfying free running and usage of the power plates, we reached the top of the tower and had our 5th concubine fight, which means that we can now go ahead and finish her off. While moving towards the gate, we got the trophy Light Seeds Locator for collecting 400 light seeds, but not before dying 5 more times. After fighting the concubine while progressing up through the tower, we eventually reached the top, where she awaited us and we had to solve a very interesting puzzle. Elika disappeared because of the concubine, and the game has you do a leap of faith with the hope that Elika will save you, which she does.
Lunatic.
I knew you'd save me.
what if I'd fallen unconscious again?
Ha! Oh, I didn't think of that.
Unfortunately, this will most likely count towards the number of saves, so fuck. By killing the concubine, we earned
Death of a concubine.
trophy for killing her in her palace. With that out of the way, we are now going towards the 2 fertile grounds guarded by the warrior. We managed to solve a puzzle with some
sheer dumb luck.
and we died 2 more times. We healed the fertile ground from him, and in the second one we earned the trophy Warrior Special for evading the warrior 20 times in one battle. We went ahead to collect some more and more seeds, dying 1 time while doing it, and we eventually received the trophy Light Seeds Harvester for collecting 500 light seeds. Not long after, we also managed to reach the necessary amount of light seeds that we needed in order to finish the story, which is 540. We teleport back to the temple, unlock the final power plate, fight Elika's father, defeat him easily, and move on with the story.
Maybe as we heal the lands, your father will recover.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't.
Our main goal now is to heal the fertile grounds and finish the story as quickly as possible, and hopefully getting that time trophy as well, which reminds me... yeah, we're doing pretty well, and unless the trophy gets glitched, we should be fine. As we went towards the alchemist, we randomly solved another puzzle, obviously, and we commenced our fight with him. So far, this was the most challenging battle yet. It also appears that the enemies now have the power to heal during combat, which pushes you to be more aggressive, but eventually we defeated him. We fell twice on the way to the final alchemist boss fight, and while battling him, we earned the Block Master trophy for blocking a total of 50 attacks. We had to defend a lot against him, so no wonder we got this now. We managed to perform the most complicated combo the game had, and I think this is where the combat shined the most, but don't expect it to be like this all the time.
Need some magic!
With that being said, I got the Sword Master trophy for performing 14 hits in one combo. We then moved on even further, fighting several of Ahriman's normies, and we also got the trophy Throw Master for throwing 10 soldiers of Ahriman into pits. I got 3 master trophies back to back in several minutes. That was sick. We reached the final phase of the alchemist fight, reaching the top of the tower where we got another trophy, Climbing to New Heights, for finding the highest point in the world. Not long after, we failed a quick time event, which put us in the position of needing Elika to save us from imminent death in the face of the alchemist. This is also the first time I got saved during a battle. The reason why this was the first time I got saved during a battle is because it was quite difficult, and not in a good way. The sludge all around the edge of the arena puts a serious constraint over you, not being able to use more than a 2-hit combo without resetting the alchemist, which pretty much went against the whole idea of combos. It doesn't matter if you throw him above the black shit, he will inevitably reset. At this point it was just annoying. The first phase of this fight was much more enjoyable. We powered through though, eventually winning the fight and earning us the Traitor's End trophy for killing the alchemist in his observatory.
Target destroyed.
We escape the area, the bond between the prince and Elika grows even stronger, and we move on to the warrior sections. We go through the first battle with him, doing the same thing we did in the previous ones, and then we hear a very nice conversation between the prince and Elika.
You still don't.
Will you ease up on yourself? I know things haven't been too... Your mother's not here. Your father's having problems. But you're the one risking your life to put things right. Your mother would be proud of you. Oh, look, forget it.
Thank you.
We went ahead to heal this fertile ground as well as the next one, and we are now one step away from healing all of them. We died another time on our way to the last warrior fight, and the actual fight was... yeah, that's it. The first phase was a complete joke. But the good thing is that the second phase is even worse. The warrior is now on fire, and all you have to do is just walk around the arena waiting for him to die out. That's it. This was very fucking boring, but after a couple of minutes of backing up, he went down and we got the trophy Death of a Warrior King for killing the warrior in his fortress. Not long after, we also received Light Seeds Hoarder for collecting 600 light seeds, and Savior of the City of Light for doing the final healing, which is also our first gold trophy for this game. We escaped the fortress and we can now go back to the temple and see what awaits us. As soon as we entered what I assume is Ormazd's or the temple's realm, we earned the trophy Explorer for exploring every part of every region. As we exit this realm, we meet Elika's father. We fought his fully corrupted version and died another 3 times while trying to escape Ahriman. This section was quite cool because the camera is actually Ahriman's perspective and you can see how he keeps punching the wall to destroy those light plates. We then got swallowed by him and Elika pretty much turned on the light from inside of him, which was pretty sick. Not long after, we earned the trophy From Darkness, Light for re-imprisoning Ahriman. Elika then makes the ultimate sacrifice by giving her powers back to the temple, and the prince picks her up in order to escape. Right after that, we had to go through one of the dumbest trophies I've ever encountered, and one which I'm so happy I looked up, because as soon as you pick up Elika, you are not supposed to move an inch for a whole minute. We then received the trophy Precious Time for taking 1 minute to think. After taking that 1 minute to think, we go ahead and leave the temple. The credits roll, we place Elika on the altar, and this is where our story ends. The kingdom is saved, the prince is more alone than ever. No donkey, no Elika, no kingdom. Psych! No, this is not where the story ends, and this is also where a very fucking cool plot twist happened that I personally didn't expect, and I honestly didn't remember at all from when I last played it. After the prince places Elika on the altar, we see her blinking? That was quite weird. But then the prince has the same vision that Elika's father had. At this point we see 4 trees lit up around the temple, each tree representing one of the regions we just healed. The game now forces us to undo all the work we have done up to this point while Ahriman keeps whispering to us, which is very creepy. I love it. We then go to the final tree inside the temple, destroying it as well, just like Elika's father did, taking the temple light seed and returning it to Elika, reviving her once more. At this point, we earned ourselves the most important trophies of all. Be gentle with her for having Elika save us fewer than 100 times in the whole game, which as you can see we successfully did, and with a bunch of quote-unquote deaths to spare. And of course, Speed Demon for finishing the game in less than 12 hours, which we also did heroically. As we were walking away from the temple, we earned the trophy To Be Continued for finishing the story. You could argue that what the prince did here could be seen as selfish. Maybe he got attached to Elika and couldn't let her die, but was it selfish? Discuss. Personally, I think that if Elika, the last remaining royalty, is dead, then the kingdom is dead anyway. The prince has no desire to stay there alone. He isn't the guardian of Ormazd, the god of light.
Of all the people for Ormazd to send, why did he send you?
So who can say if Ahriman wouldn't be released by someone else as soon as he left? At least this way she is alive and only lost the kingdom for which she fought for. Sure, the world might be doomed because Ahriman took over the temple and most likely the whole kingdom, but at least they can fight another day and possibly stop him in the future. Theoretically, Elika still has Ormaz's power thanks to the Temple Light Seed, so it could be possible. Regardless, this is where the story really ends this time. At this point, I had to reload my save from before entering the temple, but first, out of curiosity, I tried a pre-order code I found online in the skin manager, and it worked. I got the Sands of Time skins of the Prince and Farah, and our next order of business was to get some more timed trophies, where we had to go from one point to the other in every region in a certain amount of time. First one was the ruined Citadel area, where we need to get from the Sun Temple to Windmills in less than 5 minutes. As we reached our destination, we got the trophy Ruined Citadel Runner. Next up is the Vale area, where we need to run from the construction yards to Heaven's Star in under 6 minutes. By finishing this course, we got the trophy Vale Runner. Right after, we had the Royal Palace area, where we had to go from the Royal Gardens to the Coronation Halls in less than 4 minutes. We managed to do it in less than 2 actually, and we got the trophy Royal Palace Runner. During this one, we also received Light Seeds Gatherer for earning a total of 700 Light Seeds. Last but not least, we have the City of Light area, where we had to run from the Tower of Ahriman to the City of Light in less than 7 minutes, which we eventually did, earning us the trophy City of Light Runner. At around this time, what was most important to do was collect those goddamn light seeds, which were in a very high number and would probably take me the longest to do. The remaining trophies shouldn't be a problem, and who knows, I might earn some of them while seeking those seeds. While gathering them, we got the trophy Light Seeds Accumulator for collecting 800 light seeds. And then we also earned the trophy In Harmony for doing 500 co-op jumps. These are basically the double jumps that we do with Elika's help. A little bit later, actually much later, we managed to gather a total of 900 light seeds, which also means that we earned another trophy Light Seeds Protector for collecting 900 light seeds. As we continue to seek the last 100 seeds, while looking at a gorgeous view in the machinery ground, we got the trophy Titanic View for finding the Titanic View. You see, this is why you keep the unnecessary trophies last, because you never know when you might get them while doing the grindy stuff. Meanwhile, we reached another spot similar to the Titanic View, and here we got the Assassin View trophy for finding the Assassin's View, and this is some view, man. This game really has some beautiful landscapes. This trophy is also most likely a reference to Assassin's Creed, but don't try and do a leap of faith here. As always, the last pieces of collectibles are always the most difficult to find, so it did take some time to get the rest, but naturally we found each and every one of them, except one. You see, we need 1001 light seeds in order to get the last light seed trophy. That last seed is actually the one you get from the temple tree, so that means that we need to go through the last section again. Thank God I saved right before entering the temple. As we fight Elika's father, I realize how tanky this dude is. Not only that, but he also has the ability to replenish his health, which means that we can toy around with him a little bit and try and get the Combo Specialist trophy, which has us perform every combo in the game. With the list of combos near me, I go ahead and perform each and every one of them while also paying close attention to not getting blocked by a quick time event that could possibly void the combo. As I perform the last combo on the list, yeah, the trophy didn't pop. I start to panic a little bit because apparently there's also the possibility of glitching this trophy. Now, I just spent quite a good amount of time doing this and I wasn't about to give up just yet. So here I go again, doing all of them once more. As I reached the second half of the combos, I started looking online to see if my trophy is indeed glitched and worth investing more time into this. Lo and behold, an hour and a half later into this trophy, I find this comment on True Achievements. It seems you have to kill the enemy for the combos to register and the trophy to pop. We defeated Elika's father and hell yeah! We got the Combo Specialist trophy for finding every combo in the game. We go through the whole ending sequence once again, and as we deliver the final blow to the temple tree, we retrieve the light seed number 1001, and with that, the trophy Light Seeds Master for collecting all 1001 light seeds. Now, I wish the plat would have popped here, cause that would have been quite cool, but as it is right now, we still have one more small trophy to get. This also gives us the chance to use the new skins we unlocked for collecting all light seeds, the prototype variants of the Prince and Elika. As we go around the temple, we see an opening, and as we dive right into it, we earn ourselves the trophy, sinking to new depths for finding the lowest point in the world, as well as the Platinum Trophy, Master for unlocking all the trophies. We are now part of the 2.3% of people to have earned this platinum, and it feels good. This game was very enjoyable. I absolutely loved the story, the environments, and the platforming. The platinum was fun to earn. I'm glad I didn't have to go through multiple playthroughs, but I wouldn't have minded if I had to either. The combat, even though it was very polished, felt lacking. I loved the animations and transitions of the moves when performing a combo, but there was no real sense of danger. There was no progression system. What you get at the start of the game is what you have throughout. I would have liked it if the light seeds were used to enhance your own abilities as well, not just unlock abilities to help you traverse the land. But overall it was fine. My opinion regarding the combat from the beginning of the game didn't change. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Speaking of the light seeds, the trophies regarding them were the most annoying of all, and even that wasn't as grindy as some other games' collectibles. This mechanic was definitely added to raise the time spent in the game, but even with the 540 light seeds needed to find by the end of the story, I finished the game in less than 7 hours. The game was definitely on the shorter side, and that Speed Demon trophy was nothing to worry about after all. I wish we had a sequel for this, to be honest. You can tell that Ubisoft was experimenting with this one. I don't know what their conclusion was, but I personally would have loved to go on at least one more journey with these two, with Nolan North still voicing the prince, of course. With all that being said, see you in the next one.
This isn't your tower anymore. This is my tower. Can I have my own tower? You know, maybe with an inscription? Nothing too fancy, just Tower of the Savior of the City of Light. Oh, and a few priestesses dedicated to its upkeep. And mine.
If you stay, all this can be yours.
Yeah, sure it can.
Let's go and save your city.